Hey everybody, how you doing? Just going out on a walk with my dog Tychus. Tychus, say hello. There he is, he's a good boy. Good dog. Thought I'd just do some recording while I went on a walk. Share some thoughts with you guys. Make sure no cars are coming here. So, as I've been getting back into voiceover work, I had some thoughts about sharing my feelings regarding following your dreams. I think everybody in life has dreams. They have things they want to do, they have things they want to be, and a lot of times it's hard to do that. Reality hits you and you've got to face the music, and sometimes that means doing jobs that you don't like to do, or being the type of person that you're not excited to be. And I realize that's reality, you've got to do that, but we've each got a dream hidden down somewhere, and the question becomes, do we ever fulfill those dreams? Do we ever follow those dreams, or do we just let them sit stagnant for a while? And that's something that I had to deal with voiceover work. Let that truck go past. We get a lot of trucks in Idaho. So the story with me and my voiceover dream was a lot like all the other dreams. I have dreams from time to time of the type of person I want to be or the type of work I want to do. And I still remember the first time that I thought about doing voiceover work. I didn't even know what voiceover work was at the time. I was in Boise, Idaho. I had graduated from high school, and I was at a friend's house, and we were reading a book. Everybody's taking turns reading, and I read some of the book, and the father in the house stops everybody and says, "You've got a really good voice. You do a really good job with reading. You should record that sometime." I thought that was really neat. And throughout the years, I had people saying that from time to time, and I know that getting those type of compliments doesn't guarantee you that you're going to be successful in the voiceover business, but it was something that I liked the thought of. Not necessarily reading books, but I always loved watching Saturday morning cartoons and hearing all the crazy funny voices and how it made me laugh. And when I had kids, that was something I loved doing just in my free time. I'd go play with the kids and I would pretend to be these different people or creatures with these funny voices and make the kids laugh, and it was a lot of fun. But just like with a lot of other type of jobs, I felt that I wasn't sure if it would be very family friendly. I felt it was a lot like acting. You'd probably have to move to California or New York or something, and I'd be busy recording all the time, so I wouldn't get to see my family or something like that. I always had these excuses and reasons not to do it, and I didn't know much about it. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago when I went to FanX in Utah and I met Brian Cummings that all changed. I was talking with him. I didn't even know who Brian Cummings was. Brian, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I didn't know who really any voice actors were. But I knew his voice. That was the key. I knew Doofus from DuckTales. And I can't remember his name, but the Night Off of Gummy Bears, I knew that one as well. And G.I. Joe and all those other characters that he does. The Stove from Beauty and the Beast. And I thought, wow, I don't know this guy, but I know him. So I got talking with him, and I had my kids there with me, and Brian was just awesome in taking the time to have a conversation with me. And I mentioned to him, I said, that this is something I've always been interested in, but I never felt like it could be something that I could get into and still enjoy my family life and make enough income and everything like that. Later, now that I know what voiceover work is like, I know that's totally possible. And I said, I don't know, I'd love to follow that dream, but I don't know if I could, and I don't know if I could be successful at it. And he said something that hit me. He said, you should do what you love. If you love it, you should do it. And if the only outcome from it is that you make your kids laugh, you can consider that a success. And I started thinking about that and realizing I don't need to make it a job. I don't need for it to be a financial success. What I need is to fulfill that dream. My dream is not to make lots of money being a voiceover artist. If I do, that's great. That's icing on the cake. But that's not what my original dream is. My dream is to make kids laugh. That's what I love. I loved laughing as a kid, listening to those silly voices. Now that I have kids, that's all I do, is I make them laugh with my silly voices. And he helped me realize that's what following the dream is. And so often we get bogged down by all these other things that we think need to be a part of our dreams, and they don't. All we need to do is focus on the specific dream and following that dream. And it doesn't come instantaneous. When I decided to follow this dream of voiceover work, I didn't go full bore into it. I'm still not fully there. I'm taking things slowly. I'm just taking my time, learning how to do it, reaching out to people, and enjoying it. And there have been times when I don't feel like I have the time for it, where it becomes stressful. And I put it off to the side for a little bit until I had time to focus on it, because it's not my career. Currently, it's not my source of income. For me, it's a hobby. It's a dream, a passion. Now, with that dream and passion, I am definitely trying to make sure that it stays professional and that I'm generating income with it. But that's not the dream. The dream is to make others smile. The dream is to have fun with it. And with that goal in mind, I felt so much more fulfilled with this dream than any of the other dreams I followed. Because all the other dreams that I've tried to follow, I've tried to go full bore and I've tried to make it my life. And I lose sight of what is really important. So I wanted to share that with all of you, because everyone I've talked to always has a dream. So I know that you probably have a dream and you're wondering, how can I get it done? And biggest thing is just go for it. Have fun with it. Do it because you love it, not because you need to do it. And I think if you do that, you'll find, number one, you'll actually do it. And number two, you'll feel a lot more satisfied with it. So I hope that advice helps. It's really helped me. And I want to say thank you for everybody who's helped me realize that dream and to fulfill that dream. Thank you to Brian for giving me advice and starting me off. Huge thanks to my wife. You have to have support there. And I've had nothing but support, and I really appreciate it. I want to thank my kids, because they're my inspiration. All the funny voices I have come from inspiration when playing with them. And tons of other people have been helpful, supportive, and I want to say thank you. If you've been a part of that, thank you so much for helping me fulfill my dream. And I hope someday I can help others fulfill their dreams too. I hope everybody has a great Saturday. I'm going to finish my walk, and then I'm going to hop in the studio and maybe do a few recordings. I hope whatever you're doing today, that you enjoy it. Have a good day.